All right, today I'm going to be working with Atlas, flexing laterally in the halter. So I put his halter on, I'm going to clip the lead line on afterward so he's not seeing it move around too much and we're just kind of building up. So I'm just going to desensitize him to the rope here because I'm going to toss this up over his neck and I just want him to be okay with feeling the rope and having it lay over him. So there we go. I'm just going to kind of put it over his neck and then I'll click him for having it over there. And then go ahead and feed him for it. So, because my goal here is to lay the rope up over his neck and then work on the lateral flexion, but he hasn't seen it, so I'm just going to do a bit of desensitizing first because we haven't done that part yet. Like he's had the rope on him and he's had the whip on him, but I'm just going to make sure, since this is a little bit different context, that he's okay with it before I just throw it up there and start flexing and scare him. So especially for Atlas, he needs lots of little baby steps to break things down. So I'll just do a bit of desensitizing here and just get him prepped for this, which he doesn't look super worried about this. He's not real concerned. So just feed him a little bit. And then I'm going to start asking him for a bit of lateral flexion. So it's a bit hard to tell from this angle because my body's kind of in the way, but I had the rope over his neck and I'm just going to pick up on the lead rope just lightly with one finger and hold it. And then as soon as he moved his nose toward me, I'm going to click and release. So here I'm picking up and then wait for him. And then when he brings his nose toward me, I'm going to let go. And then I'll click and feed a couple of these. So just going to wait. And then I'll let go. That was pretty good. And then I'll rub on him because he hasn't done this before. So he doesn't know exactly what it is that I want. And so I want his pole to pretty much stay there. I want the neck to bend and the head to stay vertical. And then for him to just bring it closer to me. So I don't want him twisting at the pole and just bringing his nose. So there he did that last one pretty well. So I'll feed that one. You can also do this with using a target. So you can just use the target and have him flexing from the side, and then you can add a cue in front of it and just pick up the pressure and then bring the target over, and then as he touches it, you let go as soon as his head comes over, and then he can learn that way as well. So I'm just going to play with it this way. That one was another good flex, and just kind of see how he does with it. Not too bad. He didn't get real worried, and I'm not going to ask for a lot of flexion either because I don't want him to feel trapped and scared, and I'm not going to pull his head to the side and keep it there. I'm not doing any of that stuff. So I'm just going to just barely ask for it and just kind of work through it slowly. So look decent on that side. I'm not going to drill it too much. I'm just going to come on this other side, and he sent over really nice. I liked that. He was really light. He didn't get scared of the rope. So I'm just going to repeat what I did on the other side and just do a bit of desensitizing, make sure he's cool with the rope touching him and having it over his withers. I'm just going to toss it around a little bit because he was flinching when the rope touched his leg. This looks really nice. I'll just set it over and give him a second. And this is exactly what I was doing on the other side. It was just harder to see. So luckily we have this bit better angle. So I picked up, brought my hand a bit to the side and a bit toward me, and then as soon as he brought that nose toward me, I clicked and let go, and then I fed him his treat. So just a bit more desensitizing while he eats his treat, and then I'll ask him for it again here. I'm just adding in some desensitizing just because he's got to get used to me moving around, the rope moving around, my hands in different positions, making different noises, all that kind of stuff. So he didn't look worried at all, and that's exactly what I was looking for. That looked great. So I clicked and released at the same time, and that looks really nice. Like, I know you couldn't really see the other direction, but he was responding in the same way. I was just kind of in the way of the camera, but he doesn't look too bad at all. So just pick up here. He brings his nose, I let go. Looks great. Pick up. He brings his nose, I let go. And then I just click some of them. I just didn't click the other ones because he was already chewing. So sometimes I'll ask and click, and sometimes I won't. I'm just kind of experimenting with this. If the horse is really fearful, I'll click more and kind of build up their confidence. Like sometimes he gets a click, sometimes he doesn't. I'm just going to kind of play with what works best for him. So that looks really good too. And he's bending a decent amount. I don't want a ton of neck bend. I'll increase the amount of bend over time And then we'll hold the neck in one spot. So once he's bending a decent amount, then I'll have him hold it, and then I'll just add that time up till he can just stand with his head flexed for however long I want. So we just kind of build up those behaviors over time, but this is a good start to it. He did pretty decent for that.